All right, we should be live. Hey, everybody. How you doing? Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just dealing with the dogs, per usual. What up, me show tonight, Chad?
What up, me?
Everybody got to give us a call. 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. Tell us your best one up me story this week or month, I should say. This month, Chad. What, Jess? Making noise.
Sorry.
That's all she seems to be doing. FTF finds, Chad. Your best FTF. We want to hear your best FTF find. The world wants, not just us, the world wants to hear. Let's be realistic. The world wants to hear who's got the best FTF find tonight. If you don't think you might win, you'd be surprised. Give us a call. Let's hear your story. Even if it's cute, adorable, you don't think you win, but you got a good story. We want to hear it. I want to hear your FTF stories. I don't want to hear mine. We've all heard mine. I've heard Chad's. Jess, you ready?
Yes.
Chad, you ready?
Listo.
Here we go.
That's I'm ready in Spanish.
2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have our co-host Jordan. It's in the next room.
Hi there.
And please welcome to my virtual left, my other co-host, Chaz. 427.
Howdy, y'all. It's that time again. Time to one-up me.
That's right, Chad. Tonight's episode 720, recorded live on June 8th, 2022, is the One Up Me contest, FTF Finds 2. Equal. Full on Jordan, skip us call 808-468-7924. That is 808 got swag. And for your international callers, you can join in. You can call us free via the web at calmstudio.com/show/GCPC. You can. You could win this. An international caller could win this, Chad.
Oh, yeah.
Could win the whole thing. Prizes tonight, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
We do have prizes. We have the coveted One Up Me contest winner path tag that only like 17 people have on this planet. All of us included. I haven't won it, but Jesse and Chad have, and all of us included have got one, and like 15 to 17 other people have it. That's it. And our good friends at Practical Geocaching giving the prizes away tonight. You guys, you call up tonight. You just call us and tell us a story about an FTF. You win a prize. You get a free prize from Practical Geocaching. How awesome is that? And he's been sponsoring this since day one of One Up Me contests, and he's doing it again. So yeah, so you will get you call in. Obviously, you know the winner gets a prize, and everyone who calls in gets a prize. I know, Chad. One of them is the prize. Everyone's going to get a trackable. I know that, Chad.
Ooh.
I think it's a trackable card. I think it's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Jesse knows.
I was just turning around to find mine, and I think I put it in another room because I've been bad and I haven't logged it.
I logged it today. I was like the third or fourth person to log it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, guys, and you're gonna get other freebies too. So give us a call 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. Your best FTF story, guys. We know how this game works. We've been doing this game for 2 years. We all know how it works. So start calling us. And while we go through our little spiel here, and we can get the show started. Doesn't work if you guys don't call, so give us a call. 808-468-7924. Chad, but first, we got to get the ancillary out of the way. One of those ancillaries, Chad, is paying the bills. You know it. We talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
There's two ways you could help us out. You go to paypal.com. That's actually paypal.me. That's paypal.me/the geocaching podcast. You make that one-time donation. We don't care if it's $5 or $50. We don't care. But it helps the show when it goes straight to the bills. Or Chad, you become a patron of this show.
Yeah.
You go to patreon.com and you become a patron. So many good things. You get extra audio, extra video, only available to our patron members. You get patron-only shows, Chad. And a ton of good stuff. You get stickers and path tags and coins and buttons and all this good stuff. You can't go wrong with it. So you want to become a patron of this show. Jesse and I just recorded a video, Chad. We just went cashless last weekend.
We did.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's coming soon. And we're going to, can I say where we're going, Jess?
Yeah.
We're going to Ohio this weekend. Leaving tomorrow night. We're going to Geoclash.
Yeah.
If you're going to Geoclash, look for Jesse and I. Find us. I'll give you a button.
We got stuff for you.
I got a lot of. I packed it right. I was gonna say I was gonna shake it for you, but I got it.
I got my order of pat tags came in today.
Jesse's got new pat tags.
That was just in time.
Chad's got buttons too.
Or
not just regular buttons.
Pins.
We got the quality, the good stuff. We got the quality pins here, guys, for you guys. So you come find us. Come find me and Jesse. I'll give you a quality pin. So, what is the style of Geoclash? The style or the state? Was she trying to say state, or was thinks you were seeing?
No, the style. Like, what's the concept behind it? It's a competition. The 4 quadrants of Ohio are competing
against us
with the 5th competitor of out-of-staters.
Yes, and I already talked to Ian. If we win, Chad, if the out-of-staters win, I get the trophy for the year.
Go out-of-staters,
and I'm gonna put it right there. Trophy's going right there, Chad, on that mantle. That's where it's going. The trophy will be there for a year.
Go Team Purple.
Go Team Purple. Yes. So yes, you want to join us? You can go to patreon.com. Oh, Chad. Speaking of Patreon, I know this is a hard Patreon kind of what's what I'm looking for? Segue. There it is. Thank you. It showed up. But I got an email today
from
the Palace of Destiny, Chad.
Oh.
The Palace of Destiny says the final doors are now open.
Awesome.
This is it. 2.5 years in the making, Chad. The final doors. For anybody who doesn't know, during COVID, during lockdown, every Saturday night we got together and we went after the Palace of Destiny. It was a online escape room. We had a lot of fun doing it. We did like, I don't know how many rooms, 46 rooms or something like that. This is it, Chad. It's open. We're not going to do it this Saturday. We're going to be Ohio. But very soon, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be tackling the Palace of Destiny. And I say, how does this segue into Patreon? Because patrons only, we did a patron only show where we did another escape room. And we're going to do another escape room with the patrons as well because it worked out so well. That's coming as well. So all this good stuff coming. We're going to have tons of videos from Ohio that we're going to be taking. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You want to join us? You come on Patreon. You go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the geocaching podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine Write-in-the-Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who'd rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Bee Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDS BODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
Jumping the gun here. And by pattags.com for all your swag and pattag needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattag. With over 44,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And by Geocaching Adventures LLC. Geocaching Adventures is a full-service travel agency specializing in creating the ultimate worldwide geocaching adventures for cachers and non-cachers alike. What could be better than having your geocaching bucket list vacation all planned and led by a traveling expert? Learn more by visiting them at geocachingadventuresllc.com. That's geocachingadventuresllc.com.
And finally, by GeoGo. Go caching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android that includes a Where I Go player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county finds database. If you're an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps with powerful features like nearby cache notifications, optimized routes, offline mode, bulk TB logging, and much more. Learn more by visiting them at geogo.com. That's GEOOH-GO.com.
And as always, Chad, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
in our show notes. Wow, we got a lot of sponsors. That amazes me how long it takes to get through that. Okay, Chad, I want to dig right into this because this is FTFs. This is no joke. People take FTFs super seriously. I had a streak of how many did I have? What was it? Just 10 years plus?
Over 10 years.
Almost 11 years with an FTF, one FTF a month for almost 11 years. It was like 10 years and 9 months or 10 months or something like that. Finally broken. So it's no joke. People take FTFs very seriously. And the best thing about FTFs is there's usually fantastic stories that go along with them. I have a whole list here, but I hope I don't have to even read mine because I want to hear callers. So we're going to start right out. Chad, if you could help me out, in the show notes, I did put callers. I added a callers section. Can you just put just basically who they are and just a brief snippet of what their story is? Okay.
Sure. I will log it.
Thank you so much because I'm doing the call-in here. Okay, so I'm bringing a call-in. First one, I'm bringing North Dakota. Hello, North Dakota. I'm assuming.
Hi.
Hey, hi. Who's this? I don't know who you are, so you have to know who you are.
This is Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Username Jaspery.
Jaspery. Hi, Kelsey.
Hi.
So you think you have an FTF story? That's good.
Actually, times 4.
Yeah, you got to pick one.
Me and my 1.5-year-old went all the way out about an hour out of our town and got 4 FTFs in one day.
Nice.
And he made the find on at least 2 of them.
The 1.5-year-old made the find?
He did.
Really?
That's impressive.
Really?
Wow.
What kind of hides were they?
A pill bottle.
Right.
By a welcome sign. And the second one was my favorite, actually. It was in a Pioneer Park, and there was a little old tractor at the top of the Pioneer Park, and there was a flower bed, and in the flower bed was like a cobblestone flower bed, you know?
Yeah, sure.
And there was a magnetic key hide in the cobblestone that my child just reached in, and
really,
I had to wiggle it free for him, but he just immediately knew where it was at.
Okay, I'm gonna play stupid. What's a Pioneer Park?
So this is a very small town. So in North Dakota, it's fairly common to see these small towns create parks for their centennial, for their 100-year that remembers the people that created the town. So that's what the Pioneer Park is. The little tractor that was it was up on like a pedestal, and around the pedestal was the names of every pioneer that started the city.
And where are you in North Dakota?
Williston, North Dakota, all the way west.
Oh, all the way west. Oh, wow. So you're near that's near Montana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, only about 20, 30 minutes from the border.
Oh, wow. I was right at the border there. Although I was in the southern border I was in Montana for a total of 10 minutes. I got 2 caches though in those 10 minutes. Yes. So technically I have been to Montana. So is Jesse too.
That's all
Yep.
that matters.
It's all that's right. And not only that, I got a regular and a multi in Montana.
Oh man.
Yeah, how about that? so you're what? Okay, I have to ask. Does your 1.5-year-old, does he have his own account?
He does not. He has his own trackable though.
No, you gotta get him his own account, Kelsey. He's already making
Yeah,
fines.
maybe
He's
old
making
enough to figure it out.
He's making fines here. If he's making fines, you got to get him his own account. Come on.
You're right.
He's just doing your work for you. Come on. What's going to happen is he's going to be like 6 and be like, why do I only have like 50 fines and you have like thousands when like I was there with you? You know, but seriously, it's going to happen.
Hey, like the only defense I have is that his trackable has a couple 100 miles on it already.
Wow, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Kelsey, thank you so much for calling and good luck. I love it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
The child finds the FTFs. I love it. Thank you so much. You be well.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I've got 3 fines in Montana. All of those are in West Yellowstone.
Really? Houston Dave says, baby can't walk yet, but you want him to log fines. No, the mom can log the fines, but like give the kid his own account. Come on, man. That's what I say. Give the kid his own account. Come on. All right. We're moving along here, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Minnesota. Hello. Minnesota.
Hi there.
Hi. Who's this?
I am Canuck 1867.
Canuck 1867. How are you? I know you.
I'm doing well, sir.
Yes. You've been to my house.
Yes, I have. And I even picked the dandelions off your lawn because you were gone for the weekend.
She cleaned our lawn. We have the worst lawn in the entire. Do you agree that we have the worst lawn in the entire block? Do you agree? You can be honest. It's okay. We're not afraid.
Yes.
It's better. I've been working hard this year. It's a lot better.
It's a lot better. It is. You need to come back again. It's way better. It is. But thank you. Hey, I appreciate you picking the dandelions off the lawn. I really appreciate it. So what can we? Let me hear it. Let me hear your best FTF story you got.
I am a COVID cashier.
Okay.
I started cashing when COVID had to shut down. Because of my profession, I'm an essential worker. I would be the only person that people would see every day. I deliver mail.
Mm-hmm.
Many times, people would take time to talk because it was either me or the UPS guy or the Amazon.
Or the Amazon guy. Absolutely. Sure. Yeah.
It's never the same person with Amazon. What happened was one customer was talking about geocaching, and he was concerned that some of his caches might get archived because he couldn't get out if there was anything wrong with them.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what I was doing, and I put up my hand and said, I'll help you. I had no idea how many caches he had.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know where they were. I didn't know how to get to them. But I said, here, I'll help you. So I signed up on April 24th, 2020. And then within a few days on 5/2/2020, I joined Premium, and I got my first cache May 6th. I did not meet another cashier until December 25th at an event that was outside. I met 2 other cache owners only because there was a problem with their cache, and they came to the cache while I was there, while I was texting the person who was mentoring me in. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't have the time.
Neither do I. Don't feel bad. I've been doing it 12 years.
I jumped in and I got my 1,000th cache. Technically, it April 26, 2021. I didn't know that someone was putting out a tribute cash for me. And I'm at work getting off the clock. Someone texted me and said, hey, there's a cash out there for you. I didn't change clothes. And usually I would change clothes, but I had no idea it was coming out. So what happened was, just a second, I'm trying to get it. I get the message to go out, and I had never had a first to find. Here was the opportunity to get the first to find on a cash for me. I wrote a note immediately and said, getting off work in minutes, not even changing clothes.
Right.
I am known for writing long logs, extremely long logs, but you already know that.
Yes, I got your log. From
This is what I wrote for it. First to find, me, fate, luck, coincidence. I did not work overtime today. I did not wear my new work shoes today. Tonight is laundry night. I am postal. I carry mail. I rarely check my phone during the workday. Part of it is the way I was brought up, and part of it is if the postal inspectors check your phone, the case can be made that you are being paid to work. This is not work related. You are stealing time from your employer, time that you are being paid for. You can get fired for things like that.
Sure.
I get off work at 15:30, and I was going to go to Burnsville to pick up one of my missing calendar dates. I get a text from a friend. This cache is a few miles from my actual mail route. I'm off work, but I'm still in my stylish postal blue grays. The area on the map sort of looks familiar. I later find out that it is one of the first caches I repaired for Good Neighbors, the bottle tree. Except I was so excited at maybe getting my first to find, I didn't realize it. I calmly drive over there, deciding to follow the arrow. Yep, I went cross country through the marsh in my old shoes and my washable postal uniform.
Oh no.
And I dropped my phone when I slid thigh high in the mud. I couldn't be happier. A well-stocked cache that already has little metal Canadian flag pins. What more could a woman want? My first to find, signed, replaced. The phone is still working. As I look around, it appears that a beaver with a very good dental plan must have been through here. Probably a Canadian. I'm sitting on a log, waiting, wondering what is calling up my leg. I have a change of clothes in my locker. Listening to the birds, I'm waiting for the Canada geese to come chase me. I'm having a great day. I have a feeling that if I drop my trousers to get whatever has been joined by a friend and is still crawling at my leg, there will be someone who actually is looking at a map to get to this cache, taking a picture. Thank you, Good Neighbor, for this tribute. I might be kicking around a few ideas for myself for caches. A further thank you to all cache owners out there. You work so others can play. I'm adding this a few days later. Since this has been my only first to find, I've been watching my Project GC stats. Nothing has shown up. If I was supposed to write something specific, here it goes. I was a first to find around 16:15. I write longer logs so the actual time is delayed. I think Good Neighbor should have added a waiting attribute, maybe even a swimming one. Scuba diving would have taken it too far, but so many folks could use that attribute. It appears that I am the only one who went across the marsh. Those places you see disturbances in the matted reeds, I broke through 3 times. My taunt saved me from a face plant, but I did end up wet to mid-thigh. After my excitement had waned, it never really did, I drove over to Good Neighbor's office to drip on his floor and thank him for the roller coaster year of geocaching. And if you've read this far, don't take the shortcut through the marsh. There's a perfectly good trail past the archived multi-bottle tree cache. The bottles remain, but the final was removed with some aggressive parts board planning, or the beaver got it. I finally threw out the shoes the next day.
Oh,
Hmm.
is that it?
So that was my first. Yeah.
That is an impressive log right there. What is your word count? You must be like a gold standard word count person, because like,
I'm at diamond. My average word
yeah,
count is 90
she's
90
I
to
believe
100
it.
words. My longest log was over 600 words, but it was for a challenge cache where you had to write a minimum 100 words. And I said I would cut back. But when I was out there, I found another cacher's stamp besides finding the cache. And so I had to write about tracking down the person who I had already written to only because I read that he had a challenge cache on postal abbreviations in Iowa, and I couldn't wait to get it.
Mm.
So I had already written to the person who I found the stamp. I asked him if he wanted it returned, and he said, just lose it again.
Just lose it again. That's right. I like it. That's nice. Yeah, that's awesome. You do right. I mean, yeah, the log on our house cache was a little novella. Yeah, you wrote a nice long one. Yeah, you're good. That hey,
The cache number that I'm talking about is GC 9AB72. And most of the people that have written have said that I am wordy. I say that.
wordy. She's air quote wordy. Nothing wrong with being
I
wordy.
could have more fines, but I wouldn't have as much fun.
That's right. Nothing wrong with being wordy. Nothing wrong at all. I am not wordy for the record, but you know, it's okay.
Your geocaching is fun.
Yeah. That was it. And I made it teach you.
I just did a power drill of 100 caches in a day, solo, and every single log has a different.
Oh my God. Bless your
and
heart.
I think the shortest one is maybe 15, 20 words.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Wow.
As a finder, we owe it to the cache owners to make sure they know that we appreciate what they do. Without them, we wouldn't have a game.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You are speaking truth here. Yeah, you are. Absolutely. Canuck, good luck. That's a good story. That's going to be a tough one to beat.
Thank you much.
You good luck. You be well. Okay. And keep listening. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's a good one, Chad. It's going to be a tough one to beat.
Mhm.
Right now, who's up for the task? We got Colorado up for the task. Colorado Springs, Colorado. Karen, hello.
Hey, y'all. How you doing?
It is an all-female cast tonight here. We're going.
Mhm.
All-female
Yeah,
callers.
that's a good thing.
I know. It's a very good thing.
To me, I'm first to find. I went twice in all my years to even look for one. The first one I went for, I never got credit for. I found it. I logged it. It just doesn't show in my stats. It never has, and I don't worry about that.
What stat are you talking
That
about?
was the one I.
Which stat?
Huh?
Which stat are you talking about?
Doesn't show up in Project
On
GC.
First to Find.
No.
Yeah. Well, people talk about it as if it's a step, even though it's not really a step.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. But
Let's
do you know how to
clarify
do you know how to make it show up in Project GC? I can teach you. It
I've
takes
used
two.
Project GC very little, and that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm talking really little. I'm
Okay.
not
Okay.
paying or anything right
Oh, okay.
now. So, I mean, that would be a good idea, but it's just not something that really interests me. It was just kind of a coincidence both times that I even went for them.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I actually found was not really exciting because it was a light pole cache.
Not wrong.
I just happened to be a couple miles away caching after going to a monthly meetup for geocachers for breakfast, and I was out in that area and it popped up and I went for it, and sure enough I got it. Nothing exciting there. It's the one that I missed though that was a little bit better of a story for you. And you know, at the time I did live in Wichita, Kansas, and I would cache that area and just as often as I could without too much because I didn't want to, hit everything, that was in my area.
Mhm.
And obviously I haven't because of my cash count. But this one morning I was up and I had run to the convenience store over near my home, and I saw that there was a new cash listing that had just appeared, and I thought, well, why not? And so it was like 7-8 miles away, east of a smaller town called Andover, that's east of Wichita. And it was on one of those, typical Kansas gravel, dusty roads. And I went out there and I was kind of excited because I wasn't seeing anybody coming from that way or anything like that. I'd never been down that road before in all my life, and I'd lived in that area all my life. And up came this little turn in the bend, and I was approaching ground zero, and I thought, whoa, 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 whoa. And I pulled over and I stopped and I looked around, and sure enough, there was another car just a little bit further around that bend that was pulling away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh man. And I was like, well, I'm here. I'm going to go find it. And not a major deal or anything like that. The car honked at me as they went by, but I didn't see who it was. Anyway, so I go and I'm looking all around for it, and I do end up finding it by accident because on that curve is kind of like a little rock formation. Without knowing it, you're actually, if you just move a few branches around and that kind of thing, it's a small cave that this thing was in. Now, this cave is only about, maybe 8 or 10 feet deep, so it's not like one of those that's going on down. It's just how it was. And I found my way into this cave, and there was actually a light in there that you could use. And as part of the way the rocks were kind of sitting in this cave-like structure, there was actually a shelf, and on the shelf was this, it was like an urn or a vase of some kind, and it was all decorated up like it had come from like Africa or something like that. And the log sheet was in there. And I pulled it out, and the guy had to have been closer than me, but it was one of my favorite cachers in the local area that happened to have been leaving and made me miss a first to find. But it was a really cool cache. It was not anything I was expecting, being smack dab in the middle of nowhere, Kansas again. So,
Right.
anyways, that's my story, and I can't beat the previous one because it was a great story. So, but yeah. So.
No, I like that one. I do.
So did the previous person there was that an actual finder, or was that
Right. Yeah, that was
possibly the cache owner?
Oh yeah. He was the first to find hounds.
Oh,
and
so he literally
was
he
well
beat you
known
to
in
it.
the area,
Okay.
well liked.
So he literally beat you to it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it took me maybe 10 minutes to get there, and he was already there and out, which means he would have had to have found the thing too. And it took me a few minutes to find it. But yeah, he's like, I was just in the area, and I was like, yeah, So, but I mean, it was a great experience. I mean, I don't know that cache lasted very long or anything like that, because I think it's only like 6 months or a year later or something like that. I noticed that it had been archived.
Oh.
So who knows, what happened there or anything like that. But it was one of my favorite caches I think I ever found, just because it was different than most other cache hides that I'd seen.
Yeah, I don't see too many new ones that you're like, wow, that's pretty amazing. It's always a treat when you do, when you find those. So do you not just get is there not that many FTFs where you live? I mean, if you're in a small part, are you still in Kansas, I'm assuming? Where are you now?
No. I'm in Aurora, Colorado.
Oh, my mistake. You're right. You are in Colorado. I apologize. So Colorado,
That's okay. It's mostly tree hangers here, mostly.
Colorado style.
But,
that's right. See.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't find as many Colorado style as you claim that there are out here or anything like that. But there are some that kind of get gross. But there's a couple of Colorado tree styles that are some really cool trees though too. But those are very well maintained trees in very walkable areas in Aurora.
So the Colorado style, does it normally require you to climb a tree or bring a tot?
I've climbed a tree only one time, and that was in Kansas, and I've never had to do anything other than maybe reach up a little bit or something like that. I mean, but I've never had to climb for one.
Yeah,
Wow.
But I know some of the main hiders out here though too that hide those out here, and they are older ladies, so they are not going to be climbing up those trees or anything like that. So they're within reach. I mean, it's still a struggle because those tree hikes are not my favorite. So I kind of try and mix up my variety of caches that I'm going for whenever I do go caching nowadays.
Yeah, when I lived in Houston, a tree hide typically meant climbing a tree. And now out here in California, a tree hide typically means I got to bring a top as to reach up there and get to it because it's not reachable from the ground.
Sure.
I went for a cache in Kansas years ago that I had to climb, and I was doing this on my lunch hour, and it was this big old round tree. I mean, you're going up. You weren't just like climbing that like a little tree up 5 feet. I mean, you were sliding along stuff, to get to it. And I was by myself in the middle of kind of a woodsy area with nobody around.
Sure.
So it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, and I've learned since then. But it wasn't a first to find.
But were you in work
It was
clothes?
an old cache.
You weren't in heels,
It was
were you?
a really old cache. Pardon?
You weren't in heels, were you?
I'm a Nike girl. No, I don't do heels. I'm not going to be going in flip flops caching either. Give me some tennis shoes and jeans and a t-shirt. That's the kind of girl I am.
I know people who do that. Sadly, I know people who cache in flip flops. I think they're absolutely insane.
So nuts.
I like to cache in flip flops because then it means Scott has to climb the trees.
Right. Yeah. I shimmy. If Cody's with me, I shimmy Cody up the tree. If Cody's not with me, usually I'll go. Jesse, we just had a picture on social media of Jesse up a tree this weekend.
Yeah.
She actually climbed the tree. But that being said, she climbed the tree because she hit a cache there. There wasn't a cache up there.
I want to see a video of Scott climbing a tree.
Me? I climb many a tree, Jesse.
Yeah, but I want to see a video of it.
I don't know if I have video. Do we have video of me climbing a tree?
I don't know. If you climb a tree this weekend, I'll take video.
There you go.
Yeah.
This weekend, I'll take video.
Yeah, well, I've stood on top of a couple of trucks and
SUVs.
Oh yeah.
To access them too.
I've got a picture of Cody on top of my roof of my car. I've got a picture of that.
Yeah,
I've climbed some things, just not much in the way of trees. I mean, I've climbed up, on top of containers and things like that, and to find a cache before, but that's only because I knew what was expected at that cache, too. But yeah, that's just not something I do very often anymore at all.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much a low terrain, low difficulty type of climber.
I like it right off the trail.
I will never be filling that grid of all of those. That will just probably not ever happen unless somebody logs a bunch of caches for me.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. Hey man, you know what you are. God bless. That's good. God bless. Hey man, you know your limitations, and that's good. You should absolutely know your limitations.
Yeah, well, I'm a solo cacher, and so my advice is to everybody on that, just to remember that if you are out caching by yourself, that, you've really got to be safe about it because, I did break my ankle caching last year. So, yeah, but it healed. It's okay. It was my first caching injury ever.
Yeah, I've hurt myself. Never broken a bone, but I've hurt myself. Yeah.
That was the first time I'd ever done that even, so yeah, and I'm just not the spring chicken that I used to be anymore or anything like that. But yeah, I especially, in the mountain areas and that kind of thing, I won't be going up there by myself. It'll always be somebody with me and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That would be my advice to people no matter what, really.
You're in Colorado, you can't really avoid the mountains, and they're right there.
I try not to avoid them at all.
All right, you be well. All right, and good luck. You be well. Thanks for calling.
All right, thanks all. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye. Chad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I got another Minnesota one here. Hello, Minnesota. Hello. I think I got Nathan.
Hi there.
Nathan, right?
Yep.
How you doing, man?
This is Nathan.
You're the first guy on the show tonight. Welcome.
Oh, sure. No. My geocaching name is ESOP2.
Aesop, like
I heard
Aesop's Fable, like Aesop's Fable, Aesop, like the old
No,
stories.
just my last name backwards.
Okay, never mind. Okay,
Yeah. No, I heard Canuck call in, and I figured I had to call in because I know Canuck, and she's a really nice lady.
oh, that's so funny.
But
Wow.
so my cache that I'm talking about is GC8 at 7. So I had just gotten off of work when I had found this one, and I saw a line of caches get published along the border between Minnesota and Wisconsin. So I figured, I'd drive out, 30-minute drive from Minneapolis out there.
Sure. Sure.
So I did to GZ on this cache, and the cache is called In That Culvert. So it's April. It's not April. It's August in Minnesota. And if you know anything about Minnesota, is we have hot summers and cold winters.
I lived there. I know.
So,
yes, I know.
Sure.
Yes.
So this culvert is about 4 feet high, and there's just wolf spiders everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh my God. And so I look at it, and my biggest fear in geocaching is pretty much spiders. I could never cache in Australia.
That's your biggest fear is spiders. That's like August must be a bad month for you. That's when all the spiders come out.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So I logged a DNF. I actually know the CO personally, so I logged a DNF, and I did a text being like, "Oh, you scared of spiders?" or something along that lines. So I was like, "Shoot, he's going to call me chicken. I better go get it." So I go back to my car, and I grab a tool, which happened to be the only metal thing I could find in my car, which was a C-clamp for some reason that I had in my car. I go back to the geocache, and I proceed down the culvert with my C-clamp in hand, just trying to smash spiders as I go down so they don't land on the back of me. I mean, these are the big wolf spiders, they're like 2-inch diameter ones.
Oh.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'd be DNF on that one.
Yeah, no, I probably should have, but I was egged on. But I got it. Slightly traumatized after, but I got it.
You get a little
Things we
PTSD.
do. The things we do, right?
Not a terribly long, not a terribly long story, but definitely one that I remember.
Braving the spiders for the FTF.
And do you usually go after FTFs, or is that like your only one, or do you usually go after them?
I have like 200 FTFs, but I don't.
Oh,
really
okay. So you go. Yeah, you're a
hunt them that bad.
Oh, he says
anymore.
With 200 FTFs under his belt. I know I'm not really a hound. Nah. Neither was I. Don't feel bad. Neither was I, Nathan. Yeah. Okay. And where are you from? Where in Minnesota are you?
So I recently moved to Duluth, Minnesota, but I was in Minneapolis.
That's way up north. You moved way up north.
Yep.
Wow. It's even colder there, dude.
So, oh yeah, sure. It's pretty nice right now, though. It's like 70, averages 70 in the summer, so
nice.
Can't complain.
Awesome. All right, man. New tot, a can of Raid. Yeah, so says the chat room. All right, Nate. Good luck, man. Thanks for calling in. You be well.
All right, thank you. All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow. Chad, let me hear your best story.
My best story.
You haven't heard any of ours.
I'm going to have to go with my Nighttime Ninja number 20 Ninja Bait and Switch. So I was only caching for a couple of years at this point, and this was a multi, and I left the house around 10 o'clock to go after this one. Finally at midnight, I managed to get to the cache, and it was only a 20-minute drive from home to get to where I needed to start hiking. But the thing is, I had to journey in the dark through a snake, gator, and wild boar infested land in order to just to get to the first stage. So 3.5 hours later, I managed to make it out.
Oh my goodness.
But the bonus is, while making it out, I actually found a puzzle cache, the final to a puzzle cache, by when I was crossing a log over a bayou,
Yeah.
and I literally put my hand on the tree to balance myself,
Mhm.
and I hit the container.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So I opened up the container because like this has got to be a geocache, and pull out a log sheet, took a picture of the log sheet, tracked down which cache it was. Then I solved it for the coordinates before I claimed the find on that as well.
You solved it first?
Yes, before I claimed it. I signed a log.
Wow.
It's like I wasn't leaving there without signing the log and taking another picture to prove I signed the log. But yes, I did solve it. It was one where you had, you know what like a Snellis curve is? It's like basically the curve of that a snail's shell makes is a
Okay.
Snell's curve, and so basically you had to keep on finding it as it rotated ever and ever and ever further inland, and it started out something like 3 miles across in order to where it gets down to the final part of the coordinates. So it involved some recursive math in order to actually figure out where the heck it was.
Recursive math.
Yes.
Okay.
It was fun.
Sounds riveting.
We've got Illinois on the phone. Hello, Illinois.
Hello.
Hi. Who's this?
Hi, this is Pez Gremlin. Earl.
Pez Gremlin.
Hey.
Oh man, how you doing?
Yeah. All right.
See, I don't know who you are because Jesse's not screening calls. So
I offered.
Apparently.
What's up? Well, it says caller moved to host room. Oh, I see. Oh, I pulled Jim before you got screened. That's why. I see.
That's what happened. Yeah.
There you go. What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah. All right. Just calling about one of my most memorable first defines.
Oh, wait. Before you start, you've won this already, correct? If I remember correctly,
I have one. Yes. Yep.
Just once or twice?
Just once.
Okay, so we know Pez Gremlin's coming. He's packing heat. He's got the goods. He's won before. All right, Pez, let's hear it.
Well,
go ahead.
This is just the most memorable one for me, as it was my first define.
Oh, and the first.
Yeah, I had opened my account in early October for geocaching, less than 25, 50 finds somewhere in there. And I was not premium. I was just looking at my map one day and saw a brand new one, new cache that had published.
Mm-hmm.
And so I made my way there. It was like a mile away from my house, and it took me a while to find that guardrail hide, but I was the first one on there. So I was very proud that I beat out everyone that had notifications or any of that stuff. So it was just fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Guardrail hide.
Yep.
Where was it?
It was outside of a bowling alley. So yeah, it was here. I can bring it up. GC40FWA.
Is it still active?
What was that?
Is it still active? Is the cache still around?
No, it's been archived for a while now. But yeah, it was archived in 2014. So
nice.
But
so you beat everybody, is what you're saying.
I beat everyone, and I was less than a month into caching. So
wow,
that's
really?
why I like that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty. And where you are? You're in Illinois. You're near us. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you officially out of?
Westchester.
In Westchester.
Just a little south. Just a little south of the O'Hare and such.
No, I know where it is. Okay. And what year was that?
Oh, that was in 2012.
2012 Westchester. I'm trying to think of catchers in your area in 2012. I bet you could probably figure it out. Like 2012 Westchester area. God, I don't even know. Wow. Who was a hound back then? In that area.
Back then, it was still Yoda and
Oh, Yoda, that's right. Yoda and Teacher
he's
Mike.
still around, yep.
Teacher Mike, even
Ralph MJW.
Ralph MJW. You probably were even pulling some Taz. Probably running out there too. He wasn't that far away from that. He'd run for that.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, man. Well, good luck with that. Wow. Well done, sir. Good luck. Good to hear from you, man. You okay? Everything good?
You too. All good.
Okay. You be well. Talk soon.
You too.
Bye-bye. Bye. Jess.
Yes.
Let's hear it, man.
All right. So the first one that I thought of when we were talking about what the show topic was tonight was actually one that you and I found together, Scott. Back in October of 2018, we were working on counties and delorums. And
Yes.
so we were down in Charleston, right? That's the name of the town, right? Charleston, Illinois. We were
Sure.
That's where Eastern Illinois University is. We were
that's
just passing through,
Yeah.
grabbing some lunch on our way somewhere, and we had a time schedule that we had to keep. And
Yep.
so we actually went to it's not the original Jimmy John's anymore, but it's at the same location where the original Jimmy John's was. And so we were eating lunch, and I, of course, had to look and see, are there any caches right here? And guess what? There was an FTF. And we were not dressed appropriately. We were on a time crunch. So we're like, that stinks. But it was a hike. It wasn't like a park and grab or anything. It was out
And it was in
woods.
the woods. We were.
It-
She says we weren't
right.
dressed. We were dressed for.
We were in like shorts and
we were not
and
dressed
flip
for
flops.
a hike in the woods.
Right.
Yeah. And by no means were we prepared for
Right. And so we went on our way and kept caching. And then we drove back through the area on the same road, headed back the opposite direction the very next day. And I looked, and it was still available. So it's now day 5 since the cache has been
Wow.
published. We're like, we got to run for this. How often does that happen, right? So 5 days. And the best part, well, okay, so we make it out. It's a hike way out there. It's called like no more trails, where
Yeah. It was a
past
bushwhack.
where the trails are. It was a bushwhack
yeah.
to get out there. And we finally get out there, and it's like over these hills and down a hill, and it was a pretty crazy hike to get there. We finally get there, and there's a container. We open it up, and there's a name on it. So we're like, well, that's interesting. So going back to the cache description, the description on the cache page said, I hid this container a year ago just to see if anyone would find it. Nobody found it, so now I'm going to publish it as a cache.
Yeah, he was trying to see if people actually,
if anybody would go out and just explore, because it was, it was in a huge hole in the biggest sycamore tree in the whole woods.
Yeah, huge. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
We walked like there. It's got to be there. Immediately, we went right to it.
Right. So that name had to have been either his or someone who was with him,
or someone who was.
Or someone who stumbled across
non-cacher who was
a muggle find.
Yeah,
and muggle finds happen. I mean, I have
sure.
seen muggle names signed on log sheets,
right?
And oftentimes saying not a cacher, but
right. Oh, sure. Or the police came across it. I've found police signatures often. Yeah. But no, he did say in the cache description, I hid this a year ago to see if anyone would explore, and nobody did. So but he must have gone out to check.
Maybe he'd gone out and checked. Okay.
Before he published it, before he submitted to publish. So anyway, so we were the FTF. And then later on, I was checking the logs. An hour and 5 minutes after we've signed in, somebody else came and signed in.
Yeah.
We beat him by an hour. After 5 days, it sat there.
Wow.
How pissed would you be? They were more pissed than us.
Oh, yeah.
So was it that person that had signed it? Or someone found it an hour after
they found it an hour after we did.
Okay.
Because we had already logged it by then. and I put, you know, the
Right.
time and date in the logbook and everything. So
Right. Some people claim it by, or used to try to claim it by when they logged it online,
Online.
right, no,
which I never, you know, it's
no,
whoever signed the paper first,
correct.
which used to irritate me to death when I would nobody has logged it, and I go out there and I find it, and someone
Mhm.
had signed it the night before and still hadn't logged it. And there was one individual in Houston that would constantly do this
Intentionally, yeah. Yep.
intentionally. And
Oh, of
I'm
course.
not gonna name names, but it's like
Mhm.
you're a jerk.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
we've had
We've had that happen
absolutely.
intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people would sign FTFAL, first to find and log.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of people, and their excuse, Chad, is I want other people hunting it. I want other
Right.
people to go hunt the cache. They're not going to hunt the cache if the FTF is gone.
People will go hunt
That's
the
the excuse.
cache.
That's the excuse. I'm telling you what they say to me.
Okay, so
When I
they
say,
get
"Why'd you gotta prove it?"
get one extra person potentially
Who's aggravated?
to go hunt it, who they've irritated,
Yeah, right.
because I'm gonna log it immediately.
Mhm.
Oh,
Even if
absolutely.
I'm second to find, I mean, I'm gonna log it immediately on those. Even if I'm not putting a log, it's like I'm a full log at the time. It's like FTF, more to come later. You know,
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, I was an FTF hound for many, 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 many years, and that's just respect to other people. Is that for the
Right.
other hounds? Is that like you log it as soon as you get it, boom, you log it. You know, but I've called them out. I'm like, why don't you log it? Like, what's your issue? You know, like, and that's their excuse. They've said like, I want other people to hunt it.
That's a BS.
Yeah, that's all crap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to one of mine, which ironically, Chad, I have a cash out right now. Does not have an FTF signature on it. I
Really?
placed one I placed one when we went out this weekend, and it went live today. Did it go live today, Chad?
Today.
Today it went live today. No one's logged it yet. Granted, it's been pouring all day in Chicago, so I got to give them credit, but nobody went for it, and it's pretty deep in the woods. So, but I can't believe Cody hasn't gone for it. Cody must have his FTF for the month because he'd be running for it. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
He hasn't been running for it.
There might be another one coming.
Oh, don't tell Cody that. So
500 feet away.
for me, for my, I was trying to find FTFs that I haven't talked about on this show or any other show that I've been on. I have a couple here, but I'm going to talk about one again with Jesse. I'm going to pull the same Jesse situation. FTF with Jesse. We found it on 8/2/2013. Jesse, can you recall off the tippy top of your head?
Can I look at your notes?
Nope.
8/2/2013.
Yes, guys, we were cashing together in 2013.
Was
Come on,
that the night that we had like 12 FTFs in one
that
night?
was the night, the dog days of summer.
Dog days of summer.
2013, 12 FTFs in
Which I
one
think
night.
those might have been Canis Minor hides, yeah?
Might have
He's
been
in the
Canis,
chat room.
So
Canis,
what happened?
were those yours?
Jesse and I,
Clyde?
we were. I mean, we had only been together for like 6 months, I think, right? Jesse was still working 2 jobs, both of them. Jesse, I apologize if I'm saying too much here,
No,
but there's a
that's
point
okay.
to the story. Jesse was working 2 part-time jobs, and the point being is that it was like a Friday night, I think, or a Saturday night. And maybe it was a Saturday night, and you had to get up early to go to work on Sunday. You're working at a knitting store. You had to get up really early to go. And so it was like we were night cashing, and it was probably 12 o'clock at night. And she's like, I got to go home. I got to go to bed. Cool, no problem. All of a sudden, bing, 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 bing. All these caches went live right where we were, Chad.
Right.
Right.
And they were all puzzles. So I was solving them as Scott was driving. I'd solve it, give him the chords. He'd drive there. I'd work on the next one, and we just kept
going. So I think it was for an event the next day. It might have been for a Sunday event or something.
Or we might have been on our way home from that event.
I don't remember,
because there was always a Dog Days of Summer event.
Yeah. So 12 FTFs later, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Jesse has to be work in like 3 hours, and we're still a good half an hour from home. Jesse's like, we have to go home. The birds were chirping, Chad. That's how late it was. Like that early morning bird chirp.
Right.
And poor God bless Jess, man. She went to work that day. I mean, she maybe got an hour and a half, 2 hours sleep, and got up, went to work. I slept till noon, Sunday.
Oh, to be young again. I could
To
never
be
do
young
that.
again. Man, no, Jesse could never do that. Neither could I. No. Oh, wait, here we go. Candace Miner says it was a Dog Days of Summer event.
All hot dog
related trivia. I don't remember
right.
that, but like I remember you were
Yeah.
saying it as we were doing it.
Yeah. It was all hot dog stuff. Yeah.
It was just a crazy night. That's one of the FTFs. I'll never forget those 12 FTFs that we got. We were on our way home. Literally on our way home, and we.
But unfortunately, they don't count as 12 FTFs in one day because there was like a couple before midnight, and then the rest were after midnight.
Right. Oh, yes, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
So they technically weren't in one day. Yeah,
right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. That was a good night though. That was fun.
That was fun.
So that's like one of my stories, one of my great FTFs that I remember fondly, and it was fun. We got one more call. We're bringing in. Hold on. Hello. It looks like it's Cody Dog. Hello.
Of course it is.
Hi, Cody Dog.
How's it going, everyone?
Fine, thanks. Tell me about. So you're an FTF hound too. Your streak is still going.
It's still going.
Have you passed me? You must have passed me by now. Have you passed me yet?
I'm getting close. If I haven't already, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be near me.
It's your fault.
It's my fault. How is it my fault?
Well, I've been, you egged it on.
Okay, so out of all, do you have any idea how many FTFs you have? By curiosity.
I don't know. Someone could do the math. May of 2011, one a month at least.
At least, yeah. So, I mean, I gotta have over 500 or something like that, if not more.
So whatever that.
So, out of all of those, give me one that's gonna win this contest.
So the one that might win me the contest now, I think it should go to Canucks. That was a great story. Anyway.
I don't want your opinion. I want to hear your FTF story.
My FTF story was I was relatively new in the geocaching world. I want to say it was June 2011.
Oh, wow. That is new.
I
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
And I went up to Palatine, which is in the area, and there was this tree, and I knew it was up this tree.
Oh, God.
I didn't want to climb it.
Right.
And you know what? I waited, and then this guy, Scott Burks, rolled up.
Yeah.
And I tried to get him to climb it.
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
And he wouldn't.
I wouldn't do it. So what?
Do it.
So what did I do?
Yeah, you forced me to climb it.
I did.
And the tree had mites.
Yeah.
So when I got down, I had bites all over me.
Yeah, but you got the FTF, didn't you?
And a lifetime friendship.
And a friendship out of it. A decade later, we're still friends. That's
even after you forced him to climb a tree to get you a shared FTF.
Yeah. I've had many adventures with Cody Dog. Yeah. Many. You're not going to tell the West Bend story? You're not going to tell that one?
Yeah, well, you get, when you've been doing FTFs for this long, sometimes you get desperate. So my desperate point is probably about the 15th of every month. If I don't have an FTF,
panic sets in.
My range of me willing to expand increases significantly.
I agree. I know the feeling. Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. Sure.
So I've done many a trip where I've driven to West Bend for an FTF.
West Bend, Wisconsin.
And I did West Bend, Wisconsin.
Which from here is about 70 miles, roughly, probably about 70 miles from where we live, I would say. Pretty close to that. One way, for the record.
I've driven to middle of Illinois for FTFs. The best are when you go into a different state because it feels like you're just stealing it from them.
Yeah, I love getting them in different states. Yeah, I once got one in Lake Geneva. It was fantastic. It was such a good feeling.
It's fantastic.
It's such a good feeling. Yes. Yes. Well, Jess, you're on mute. You're on mute, Jess.
Sorry, I was coughing. I got an FTF what in one of the Dakotas. I can't remember.
Yeah, you
North
got
Dakota,
two.
South
You got
Dakota.
two
I
in
had a couple
Dakota.
FTFs
Yeah.
out there in the middle of nowhere, just driving through on the back roads, and it was like 5 miles from where I was.
Yep. Mhm.
How could I not go for that?
You
So
did
speaking,
so did Cashley give you an alert, or
no,
did
I
you
just had the map open, and I noticed the FTF
the
icon.
FTF option? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
was
speaking
that
of
on, was that on
FTFs,
Cashley?
yeah, it was on Cashly. I love
Does
that feature.
Does GeoGo have that option, Chad?
Yes.
Oh, thank
Mhm.
you. Thank you so much.
And it also has
Awesome.
lonely caches marked
Oh, nice,
on
yeah.
there
Right.
as well.
Nice.
So does Cashly. It has like a little clock thing on the icon, and you can change that setting so you can have it show
Yep.
cache is not logged in 6
1
months, a
year,
year,
2
2 years,
years,
5
5
years,
years.
whatever.
Yep.
So speaking of FTFs, someone's cache was finally found.
Mine was found?
Yeah, I just got the notification
Was
on
it
my
Cody
watch
Dog?
list. What do you think?
Hold on, I'm gonna go look.
He didn't bring it up on the show, so I mean, I'm saying
I'm
no.
trying to
Oh, Animal Man
see.
_SD found it.
Animal Man SD found it at 8:20.
8:20 p.m. He went. It was dark.
Yeah. Well, that's what he
There's
said.
flashlights.
Read his log. I'm going to tell you what time the cache published today.
Okay, I saw this post earlier today, but the rain kept me away. Then this evening, I noticed that no one had grabbed it yet, so I headed out. I got the ground zero easy enough, but the coordinates had me initially focused in the wrong area. I expanded my search and focused more. There's a reason for that.
You got crap cords, Scott.
No, there's crap cords. Intentionally crap cords. I expanded my search and focused on a more obvious location. Didn't find it at first, but then with the light fading and one last look, I finally had it. Ooh, I got a favorite point out of it too. No, what happened, Chad, is that I have to put in the notes. I'm sorry, in the I have to put like 20 feet west in the
hint.
In the hint. Yeah, it was just you explain why.
The tree where the cache is hidden is like just past the boundary marker. So we didn't want any issues with the reviewer.
Just give it a quick.
And so I told Scott, move the cords just like 10, 15 feet. But it's pretty obvious. It's in a great big tree.
It's in a great big tree.
Yeah. So I got the email notification at 10:01 this morning. So
that it went live.
Yeah. So it took 10 hours.
No, it took 10 hours. Yeah,
10 hours for a find.
Wow. And for here, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Dog, correct? Insane.
It is insane.
That's true. So now you can't go get it, Cody.
Yeah, I hear that there's another one coming.
Do you have your FTF for this month, Cody?
I do not, but I'm not freaking out yet because it is only the 8th.
Oh no, it's gonna set in soon. So you're waiting on Jesse's. Well, the bad news is you're waiting on Jesse's, and Jesse is notorious for letting him sit for a while.
Might be a procrastinator.
Oh, she's the queen of procrastination.
Oh,
I could think of at least 2 caches that are still sitting out there. Waiting for Jesse.
Correct.
She's gonna push it out on June 30th.
I'll ask the reviewer, can you please wait to publish this?
Yeah, wait till July 1st. Actually, no, Cody would be happy. Wait till June 30th.
Well, yeah, July 1st, absolutely. That's a gift.
Oh man, when you get an FTF on July 1st or on the 1st of the month, that's like, oh, happy day. Yeah, that's like winning the lottery. Yeah. All right, thank you, Cody Dog. Maybe you'll win. Good luck.
Yep.
We'll talk to you. You be well. Bye. All right, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. Hey, Jesse.
Yes, it is.
It's time. We've all heard the stories. Jesse's going to throw off the vote because now we're going to have 3 people voting. And we're going to have 4
All right,
votes.
you guys vote. I'll be the tiebreaker.
We could potentially have a tie. No, we won't have a tie because we've got the audience voting.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse, count the audience votes.
Okay. I'm on it.
Okay, so Chad, I'm going to read them. Okay, you ready? The callers we had Jasperia or Kelsey, 4 FTFs with her 1.5-year-old who made 2 of the finds. Absolutely adorable. We have Canuck, the COVID cacher delivering the post, delivers a story about how she went for her own personal FTF given to her. She cut across the marsh and wound up getting super dirty. Karen from Kansas, no, excuse me, Colorado, nearly misses an FTF, sees someone leaving the new near cache in a cave-like structure on a shelf. These are your notes, Chad?
These are my notes.
Finding the log.
You can say BFE Kansas that I had up there in front because that's where she was. She was in BFE Kansas.
All right. Nathan found it the wolf spiders in the culvert. Yeah, that's ugly, man. Pez Gremlin, first FTF he ever had. Less than 1 month in the caching, a guardrail hide, simply noticed it was a new cache without having notifications, and he got it. Beat everybody, which, trust me, guys, in Chicago is saying something, because they are hounds here. And then we've got Cody Dog, who climbed a tree because some jerk made him climb a tree the first time he ever met him, and he made him force him to climb the tree to get the FTF. That is Cody Dog. So there we go. Those are the people. Everybody vote. Chad, give me your top three.
I don't need to give you my top three. We're gonna vote the same.
Really? Well, look at you. Yes, know. How do you know I'm not gonna vote for Cody Dog?
Okay. You're gonna get then you're gonna get overruled by the audience here.
The audience is unanimous.
The audience is unanimous, and I'm with the audience on this.
What is the audience saying?
Canuck delivering the post. Cody Cacher delivering the post.
All right, then Canuck wins. Congratulations, Canuck. You have won prizes from Practical Geocaching, and you've won the coveted One Up Me contest path tag. So what everybody needs to do, because Jesse wasn't to say, this is why you wanted to field the calls. This is why you didn't have their addresses.
I thought about that as the first call was coming in. So I need Canuck and ESAP's mailing addresses, please. If you two could please email the show with your mailing address, the geocachingpodcast@gmail.com, and your prizes will get sent out to you.
Email
us. I have everyone else's.
Your email address, thegeocachingpodcast@gmail.com. If you don't remember, you can go to geocachingpodcast.com and you can see the email addresses right there on the site as well. So send us as quick as you can. Send us your snail mail address, and we will get your prizes out to you ASAP, especially the winner, especially you, if hopefully Canuck's still in the chat room.
You can send them both a quick email too.
Oh, totally. Yes. So yeah, please, if you could, guys. So congratulations to Canuck. Thank you, everybody who called in. That's what makes this show so awesome. These kind of shows actually is because people call in and it's a lot of fun. So next week, Chad, next week, it's going to be an interesting month coming up, by the way. It's going to be interesting, but it's not here yet. Next week, Chad, it's story time. It's geocaching story time, Chad.
Ooh.
The old geocaching story time. We're just going to tell geocaching stories. I'm going to tell them. Jesse's going to tell them. You're going to tell them. And people called in. I want to hear yours as well. I want to hear your geocaching story. It doesn't have nothing specific. Just tell me a geocaching story. Something you've done. Something cool you've seen. Another FTF you've got, perhaps. A beautiful. A mega you went to. Geocaching story time. Just that's all it's going to be. That's next week, Chad. So everybody, thanks again for calling in. We appreciate it. Everybody, chat room, always. Hold on, sorry. This stopped me in my tracks. Wordy logs win. Use next day. Sorry, that literally caught my eye. I apologize.
Did she say what was crawling up her leg? Because she mentioned something crawling up her leg multiple times, but I don't think she actually said what actually wound up crawling up her leg.
I don't think she did. I don't think she's in the chat room anymore.
Is she in the chat room anymore?
I think so. I'll have to shoot her a quick telling her that she won and get us her snail mail address. So yeah, Jim's gonna be upset with us because we're not gonna immediately give him the addresses.
I normally send him the addresses like before the show is even.
He literally
done.
already has them.
For the record, I offered to screen the calls.
Well, I didn't want to make you do
I got
it.
it. I'll call it. I'll pull them in hot.
For the
tonight.
record, when we do a One Up Me show, Jesse's screening the calls.
Lesson learned tonight.
There's a reason why you screen the calls on these shows. I forget.
Yeah,
that's why. All right, guys. So everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being listeners. We truly, truly appreciate you guys. We really, really do. And hope to see you guys this summer at some megas. Chad, Jesse and I are going to Geo class. Chad, where are you going to be next time you're going to be at a mega? When's it going to be?
It's going to be August. So 9.
Oh, you're not going. You're not going anywhere
August
until
13th.
You're not going anywhere till the 20th.
I'm the 13th and the 20th. So the headquarters 20th/22nd anniversary and Geo Woodstock.
Oh, nice.
Well, I'm going on a geocaching trip in
right with your wife,
with my wife and son.
But that's not a
here
mega.
soon. But that's not a mega.
Yeah, you're not going to be meeting people, guys. You see Chad, you holler his name. Don't you forget. You scream his name. All right. Alrighty. Be well, everybody. We'll talk soon. That's about it. Let's close this show. Please join us every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcast are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head it over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/The Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Suds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, PathX.com, Geocaching Adventures LLC, and GeoGo. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we'll talk to you guys next week. And we're clear. Nope. Now we're clear. I still hear it. Oh, man, because I've got a cord. There we go. Now we're clear. Hey, everybody, if you called in tonight and you don't think we have your address because you've never called in before, I don't want me. The Geocaching Podcast at gmail.com.
I have everyone except for the two from Minnesota.
And that was Nathan and
Canuck.
You really have everyone else?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nathan and Canuck, send us your snail mail address. You'll get free stuff, man. Free stuff. All right, guys. Thank you so much. You be well and you be safe. Chad, always a pleasure. Jesse, always a pleasure. If you're going to GeoClash, excuse me.
GeoClash.
I'm totally like messing up. If you're going to GeoClash, you find Jesse and I. And don't be afraid to say hello. Please come up and say hello. I don't care what we're doing. Come up and say hello. We want to see you guys, especially listeners. So be well and be safe. I'll talk to you. Have fun. Bye, Chad.
Bye.
Bye, Jesse.
Bye.